Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Commander-in-Chief. I'm the Commander and the Chief, Juan Venegas, a.k.a. that boy J Shape. And today is a fucking let your hair down, wear a beater type of day. I'm rocking the beater today, boys and ladies. Which there's probably not too many chicks watching this show because I say some fucking grimy stuff. But I'm going to hope that there are at least a couple tuning in, bruh. At least 2 or 3. I got the beater on. I'm looking like I just got done spending like 6 months out in Corcoran, bruh. Just got done with a little stint out in Corcoran. I'm pretty sure when you get out of prison, what they give you, what do they give you when you get out? They give you a wife beater, fucking Greyhound ticket, and a membership to Planet Fitness, bruh. I got that I just got out of prison starter pack going today, boys. Let's get it. Before we get any further into this video, make sure you like and subscribe so you'll get updates anytime I drop a video once every 6 years. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Since last time we talked, fucking a lot of stuff's happened. I think that's the only upside of, I think the last time I did one of these, or at least at the time I'm recording this, I think it's been like 2.5 weeks, something like that, which, I've been making promises, like I'm going to do this every week, once a week. You know what? I'm done lying to you guys. I don't think I am going to start doing this once a week, at least not yet. Because you know what? I've kind of come to the conclusion, this project, although I love it, and it's a bit of a passion project, is not the number one priority in my life right now. You know what I mean? I enjoy doing this. It's fucking fun as fuck. But right now, my main priority is getting shit straight in here. It's getting this shit all straight, doing the work internally, and getting shit right in here. Or whatever side. I think the heart's right here. I need to get this right too, bruh. That's where I've been investing a lot of my time, is just trying to get my mind right. Been making a lot of big boy moves recently. I think on the last episode, I mentioned my whip stopped working. And over the course of the last couple weeks, it's officially gone. My 2008 Jetta Wolfsburg edition is officially gone, guys. I had it, how long did I have the Jetta for, man? I think I had it for about 2.5 years. 2.5 years. And the Jetta, I'm gonna give you a little brief history of my cars here. Because now we're gonna have a little fucking trip down memory lane with the Jetta, man. Because the Jetta she was a thing of beauty. The Jetta was my third car, I believe. So it's the third car I ever got. My first car was a 1966 Mustang, which, I had that when I was like 16. So if you're whipping around to your high school in a fucking 1966 Mustang, you're going to have crazy clout. It's going to come with clout. Only problem is, with a 1966 Mustang, a lot of upkeep. To keep that motherfucker running. A lot more than a 16-year-old is able to afford, you know what I mean? So, it looked nice, my original car, my first car, my 66 Mustang. Damn, that kitten looked nice, and it would purr, but it would only purr for about 15 fucking miles, and then it would slowly die. So I'd be looking steez as fuck in that Mustang for about 15 miles, and then I would have to call my mom or my dad to come pick me up because my shite broke down. But that was my first car. And fucking loved that Mustang, but eventually, gotta move on, gotta grow up. Couldn't afford to upkeep that motherfucker, so we slung it. My second car was a Kia Rio, a 2001, and this car, classic hand-me-down car, whatever the fuck that's called, hand-me-downs, but I actually got that car, one of my an aunt who fucking lived in Alaska, and she moved back to California, so that car was a car that she had while she lived in Alaska, which she didn't really drive it ever because she was in Alaska, and so she had to have it shipped back to California. Didn't have any purpose for it because she's old as fuck, and so she's like, hey, do any of your kids talk to my grandparents? Because when I say my aunt, she's like a great aunt or something. I don't know, she's like my grandma's sister, so, ancient. She was like, hey, do any of your grandkids maybe need a whip right now? I was in the market for one, and so boom, I got the 2001 Kia Rio. Didn't know this was possible. Didn't even have a radio. Like where the radio's supposed to be, there was nothing there. It was just plastic that was there. Thing did not have a radio or a working air conditioner. Mustang didn't have a working air conditioner either. So first two cars, no working air conditioner. The Kia Rio, man, I used to whip that thing around nasty. It was fucking manual, dude, so I was driving stick, bro. Driving stick, dog. I know how to work that fucking stick, me boy. Well, I learned how to drive it then when I had the 2001 Kia Rio. Timing belt ended up breaking on that bad boy. Timing belt ended up breaking. It only had like 60,000 miles on it at the time. And I guess whenever the timing belt breaks, it just completely destroys your engine. So RIP, fucking RIP Kia Rio. I think I only had that whip for maybe a year. I didn't have that one for very long before the timing belt broke. And that shit, you want to talk about shit that'll like make you question your life and why you're here on this earth? When you have a whip that only has like 60,000 miles on it and then the engine completely destroys itself because the timing belt breaks, that is discouraging in life. I had to let a lot of questions for God after that. Like, why would you do that to my Kia Rio? Why would you take the timing belt from me? Now I gotta walk everywhere. Gotta take the goddamn Batomobile to my job at Vans, bruh. Those are dark times when I lost the Kia Rio. And after the Kia Rio, I didn't get another whip for like a couple of years. I was just shoelace expressing it everywhere, dude. Because I remember at the time that the Kia Rio broke down, I was about to move to SoCal again for the second time, for my second little stint out in Orange County. And then my whip decided to take a shit on me right before I was about to move. So I was out of choice with the money that I had saved. I could buy a new car and prolong my moving, or I could just go all the fuck in and move and just figure out the car thing later, which is what I went with. And spent a lot of time on city buses, spent a lot of time in Ubers, spent a lot of time just fucking walking, dude. Walking. Christopher Walken. And eventually, I think at the time when I got the Kia Rio, I was just started working at the comedy club I used to work at in Orange County. And I also got a job, because I really needed to get my bread up and get a new whip. I also got a job selling health insurance for a little while. Your boy slung health insurance, which is, I'm going to tell you right now, potentially the worst and most exhausting job you can I wouldn't say worst, or probably not the worst job you can have, because you could fucking work in a coal mine, but I mean, selling health insurance sucks, because you get people calling you, you're just a guy who's trying to sell them a healthcare package of some kind, and they'll call you, and they'll be like, hey, my boy, I need a good deal. I'm shitting blood. You get people that call you, they're like, hey, I really need a good deal on this insurance. I be shitting blood. My shite got a little blood in it. And then I'm just on the other end of the phone, fucking like, bruh, I'm not your physician. I'm not your physician. Do you want to buy some health care? Use some health insurance, bruh. Do you want some health insurance? I don't need to hear about your stool, me boy. That wasn't a good gig. Didn't like that gig, but it made me the money to get another whip. And from that gig, from the health insurance gig, I was able to acquire the 2008 Jetta Wolfsburg Edition. And I got to tell you, man, of all my cars, me and that Jetta were like one symbiotic organism. I fucking did everything in that car. I whipped it back and forth from SoCal to Tulare so many times, and it never gave me any fucking problems. Didn't have a working air conditioner. But that motherfucker never gave me any problems. There was a point where, like, I was trying to figure out a new place to live when I lived in Southern California. So my lease ran out at one place, and I was kind of transitioning to try and find another place, but, like, kind of really wasn't trying to find another place, because I was, like, in this mental space where I was like, do I really want to still live in SoCal right now, or do I want to move back to the home for a little bit? What do I want to do? I was in one of those spaces. So because I didn't have a place to live while I was figuring this shit out, I was just crashing in my Jetta. I was just living fucking like a homeless man in my Jetta. You could find me fucking on a Tuesday night at midnight Fucking sleeping in the 24-hour fitness parking lot, bruh. I'd get off work, ain't got no home to go to. So you know I'd whip it down the street to the 24-hour fitness, fucking hit the shower, wash my dick off. Get the little soaps. There's some little soaps and shampoos in there too. I'll be like, cleaning my dick, boy. 24-hour fitness. And then I'd go lay in my whip and fall asleep till the next morning. Like, hooray. I'm living in my whip. And I did that for like fucking, I think I did it from like May to like October. I think so, May to October. So I was fucking what? Like 5 months. I was like living in my whip and then going home for a couple days when I didn't have work and then living in my whip. Those are dark times. I remember I was living homeless in the Jetta. I was living homeless to the Jetta. And I was kind of like, I guess you can say I was dating this chick at the time. Kind of, not like officially boyfriend and girlfriend dating, but like we were dating. I remember I'm laying in my whip, bro, because I ain't got no place to live. Just got off work. I'm laying in my whip and I get that text that you get from someone that like you're dating but you're not dating. You get that text. I look at it, bro, and I'm just laying in my whip. And that shit said, "So what are we?" I got that text while I'm a homeless man in my whip. I got that, "So what are we?" text, bruh. I was like, so what are we? I'm fucking homeless. That's what I am. I'm fucking homeless. I don't know about you. What are we? I don't know. What are we? I don't know about you, but I'm homeless. She's a good chick, though. You know what I mean? She was down to date the homeless fool. So, wherever you are, shots up. What are we, bruh? That's the last thing you want to get asked when you're living in your whip. But anyways, so I was living that whip for a while, man. And when you live in your whip, you build a very, very close bond with that vehicle because it's housing you. It's protecting you from the streets. It's the only thing separating you from, being one of the people that's living under a goddamn underpass or overpass. I mean, I don't know if you can even live under an underpass, but it's the only thing stopping you from being a person living under the goddamn overpass, my boy. The Jetta was my shelter. It was my domain. It was my kingdom for a little while. And so, R.I.P. to the Jetta, man. The thing took me a lot of places. We had a lot of adventures. I got some pretty dirty top in that whip a couple times. Got some real sloppy top in there. Shouts out the Jetta, man. Let's have a little moment of silence, huh? Everybody, if you're listening to the goddamn pod right now, please hang your head for a moment. A little moment of silence for the Jetta. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. I don't fucking know that song, but R.I.P. Jetta. R.I.P. Jetta. But from the ashes of the Jetta, a new whip has risen. You know I had to cop a new whip, bro. Really didn't have any fucking choice because my work's like 20 miles away from my home, so I kind of had to get a new whip. But I had to get that 2019 Nissan Sentra SV. Your boy in a 2019 now. Boy got a working air conditioner for the first time in his life. Actually went to the car dealership. Fucking got the whip in my own name, dude. It's in my own name. No cosigner. People hate. They absolutely despise seeing it. And it was just such a good car buying experience, too. I was so nervous to go in and buy a car, because it's like I've only ever either A, inherited cars, or B, like just bought a car off of someone that I know. I never really had to never had to put my name on a paper and have some not crazy, but contractual obligations. You know what I mean? I'm an adult now, though. Got a new whip, dude. I use words like refinance now. About to refinance my whole fucking life. I use words like refinance now, dude. And honestly, the car buying experience, shouts out fucking Freeway Toyota in Hanford, dude. Shouts out Freeway Toyota because they were working miracles over at that place, bro. I was gonna slip the guy. The finance guy. I was gonna try and slip him a little 20 under the table and be like, "Hey, no credit check, right? No credit check. Here's a 20." But nah, dude. Even with my fucking mids-ass credit, I still got a deal that I'm happy with on the whip. And honestly, I was expecting to be there for a long-ass time. Finance guy that was helping me out spent more time just talking to him about love and relationships than I did about the actual car buying experience. Turns out the guy who sold me the car is the fucking wisest dude of all time. I walked out of there with a new whip and a fucking whole new lease on life and love. It was an incredible experience, dude. Shouts out fucking Freeway Toyota. Now your boy's in a new whip. Only thing is, when a fool like me levels up, the haters always come out, bruh. Because at some point, within like the first 2 days of me having my whip, and it didn't happen at my house. This incident didn't happen at my house. It happened while I was just out and about. Someone keyed the new whip, bruh. Someone took a fucking key. Someone took a key and fucking keyed the side of my whip, bruh. My new whip, my new 2019 I just got. It's probably within 48 hours of me getting it, someone keyed it. I hadn't even posted that shit on IG yet, so I mean, I don't think it could have been one of my enemies. Because if I would have posted the car on IG and then it got keyed, I'd have been like, oh, well, it's clearly one of my enemies. Fucking back at it. But no, it just got keyed by some fucking dickhead. I walked out, bro. I walked out and I saw that my car had a big old key mark on it. I looked at that shit. And I went fucking. I looked at that fucking scratch mark on the side of my car, dude, and I just started going. Because all that scratch mark did was prove that motherfuckers hate to see it. All that scratch mark on the side of my car proved is that motherfuckers really hate to see it. And I live for that shit, dude. Hey, thanks for keying the side of my car, you fucking clowns. Because that shit just helped me level up. Because now I know the haters are there. I knew they were there before. But now I know they're there for sure, bruh. The haters are probably out in the corner with some binoculars looking at me to see how I'd react. And they're like, this motherfucker's laughing at us. We keyed his car and he's laughing. What the fuck, man? God, we hate to see it so much. And they started punching the fucking air. Like the little payasos that they are. New whip, man. Does it suck that my shit got keyed on the side? Absolutely, but boy's in a new whip. And that's all that matters, man. I feel like getting the new whip is kind of a culmination of like all the work that I've been putting into my life recently to just get healthy, get fit, get rid of drinking in my life, make more money. Like fucking, I don't know. I feel like getting that whip is sort of the culmination of all those things, but feels good, man. Your boy got a new whip. Hit me up. But what else is new? Okay. So I actually mentioned getting alcohol out of my life. So I think I did mention to you guys before that I did have I didn't drink for 4 months straight. I did not have a sip of alcohol. 4 months straight. Pretty good for a guy who fucking was crushing beers almost every day during the pandemic. But ended up going 4 months straight. And then my buddy Jose, shouts out the boy Jose, I still have your Cloudmaker shirt. Hit me up, King. He had been talking about this new seltzer that hit the market called Happy Dad. And he'd been mentioning it to me, and I hadn't been drinking, but I was like, hey, man, because the way he was describing it, I didn't really know who, like, Steve Will Do It is, or, like, the Nelk boys, or whatever the fuck they're called. Didn't really know who they were, and he kind of put me on to them. I only had really seen them at, like, UFC events and stuff, and I know Dana White really fucks with them, but didn't really know who they were. He explained it to me, and he's like, yo, they're dropping this seltzer. It's supposed to be more shotgunnable than any other seltzer because it's less carbonated and it has electrolytes. And I'm like, well, I'm not drinking right now, but if you somehow acquire these fucking magical seltzers that you speak of, these shotgunnable magical seltzers, I'm willing to try one. And so, lo and behold, the boy Jose, he, of course, at some point, he finds a 12-pack of Happy Dads and he pulls up on me. And I shotgun one of those motherfuckers. First drink I had in 4 months, and I just fucking Right down the hatch, me boy. Did that shit lightning fast, of course, because you know me. And then I had one more. So I had 2 of those Happy Dad seltzers. The second one I didn't shotgun. I just drank it and just really, savored it. I closed my eyes. I was like, that's delish. That's delish. That's what I said after I tasted it. I think it was lemon lime. I was like, that's fucking delish. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. But, yeah, what was cool is I was able to drink those 2 seltzers, and that was it. My fucking not drinking experiment worked. Because usually after I have 2 seltzers, I will proceed to have another 16 of them. Typically. Old Juan would have had 18 seltzers that day. After the first one hit my lips, I'd have been like, guess I need 17 more. But, no. I was able to control myself and didn't fall victim to my problem with excess. And felt good. Felt good to only have a couple of drinks, and fucking just went about my merry way and had a regular day. I think I might have even went to the gym after, because I'm that type of fool now. So that was pretty dope. Yeah, what else is going on? But I'm gonna go back to the not drinking almost at all. I mean, I might have a couple of drinks here and there if I'm really celebrating something, but I have no fucking desire to drink all the time again, dude. I'm just chilling now, dude. I'm just chilling with my fucking hair down. I got my beater on, dude. That's my new shit. I'm back on the puff, though. I'm back on the puffing thing, though. I almost got away from this, but this motherfucker snuck its way back into my life. Ha ha ha. Yeah, what else? Old Kanye and fucking Drake dropped new music. I listened to Donda. I think Donda was, personally, I would consider myself a Kanye fan by Kanye West music standards, which he set some of the highest bars you can set with some of his albums. It was a middle of the road album, dude. I thought, for one of the reasons I didn't really fuck with it, I'm an atheist. So I'm not trying to hear fools rap about God. If I wanted to hear fools rap about God, I'd listen to Lecrae. And I don't. Because I'm an atheist. So that shit doesn't really hit with me. I didn't really like Jesus is King for that exact reason as well. And the production on it, I mean, the production's always great on Kanye albums, but I don't think the production was as groundbreaking as a lot of other Kanye projects, honestly. I feel like there's a couple of the tracks I was like, man, this sounds real 2016 Flume-ish to me. This sounds like some 2016 Flume type beat with some fucking Jesus lyrics on it. Which I'm cool off the Jesus lyrics. Which there were some songs that weren't all Jesused out, but there were a lot of Jesus-y songs. Which is just not really my thing. But if it's your thing, hey, fucking praise be to he, the one true king, baby. Jesus. But Donda was just some mids in my opinion. If you want to hear more of my take on Donda, I didn't do this show for a couple weeks, but I did do 2 episodes with a couple of my buddies. Shouts out Hector, shouts out Gustavo. We started a podcast called the Locker Room Talk Podcast. I don't know how to put links up on these videos yet, so if you follow me on social media, just check it out. But it's on my buddy Who Is PDA Live's account. It's a dope podcast. I'm trying to get canceled. We just did a Donda review for episode 2, and then episode 1 we did a couple other reactions and just shot the shit. I'm trying to get canceled on that show, or possibly incarcerated because of the things I say. So go check that shit out. Go follow me on social media at InfiniteVman, and I'll fucking put links up on there, dude. But yeah, Donda was just all right. I think I gave it a 7.3 or 7.2, something like that. There's a good chance I never listen to that album all the way through again, from beginning to end. Probably not going to do that. There's 4 or 5 good songs on there where I was like, all right, I can see myself listening to these, again. But the whole album all the way through, nah. It's not for me, old Donda. But still love Kanye either way. Still an incredible artist. Still always trying to push the boundaries, whether I think he pushed them successfully this time or not. Honestly, I'd rather someone take shots at doing something different and fail than just keep doing the same shit all the time. So respect to Ye always. I had some people ask me, have you listened to that? Did you listen to that new Drake album? That new Drake drop? I was like, yeah, dude, of course I fucking listened to that new Drake, dude. And then I gave all my homies a blowjob. I was like, oh, dude, is that Certified Lover Boy? Bro, this album's so good. Hey, come here real quick, King. God, Drake just doesn't miss, does he? I didn't listen to that new Drake, bro. That ain't me. That never been me. That ain't gonna be me. I'm not even going to spend that much time talking about it, bruh. It's like, yeah, did I listen to that new Drake? Of course I did. And then I topped up the homies, and then I bought a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey. That's what I did. Right after I listened to Certified Lover Boy, I gave all my homies top, and then I bought a Jimmy G jersey. It's football season, boy. Let's end on this note. It's football season. And I know I've mentioned before, I'm trying to be a more loving person. But during football season, if you aren't rocking silver and black, you're just a fucking payaso to me, boy. Raiders all day. Raiders all fucking day, boy. Shit. We'll go more into shit talk, football season shit talk, once it really starts cracking. But you know what it is. God, this episode's already 26 minutes in. God, I mean, I couldn't, yeah, fuck it. Last night, I actually went and saw Shang-Chi. I'm not gonna give a bunch of spoilers. But may or may not have microdosed a little shrooms before I went. And I gotta tell you, Shang-Chi might be the third best Marvel movie, I think, that's been made, like Marvel Studios movie. I think it's definitely top 3 to 5, dude. Incredible. Shang-Chi was an incredible movie. The only one Marvel movie that I can think of that really sticks out, you know, head and shoulders above it, not head and shoulders above it, but might be a better movie for sure, is probably Infinity War. And people are going to be like, you don't think maybe Endgame was better, or fucking Captain America Civil War might have been better? And it's like, dude, those movies really relied on the fact that they were, you know, tons of superheroes coming together, and that was kind of how they packaged it for you. Not to say those movies are bad or that the stories weren't good. For having that many main characters in those movies, they fucking killed it. You know what I mean? They've told a brilliant story and were able to do that with a bunch of characters. But Shang-Chi, for the most part, was just a movie about characters that haven't really been introduced yet at all. And I think, as far as being a movie goes, like quality of film, writing, story, I think it might have been a better movie than Endgame. I don't know about Infinity War. I really like Infinity War because that movie is pretty much about Thanos. But, dude, Shang-Chi is fucking sick, man. And microdosing shrooms really kicked that movie up a notch. If you haven't seen it yet and you're going to go watch it in theaters, 10 out of 10 recommend microdosing shrooms when you do it. But, yeah, maybe next time I hop on here in, 4 or 5 months and drop another one of these, I'll do a Shang-Chi review for you. Shang-Chi was top notch, man, especially following Black Widow, this being like the movie they drop after Black Widow. I think there might have been more wagon in fucking Shang-Chi than there was in Black Widow. Black Widow's fucking trash ass movie, my boy. No wagon ass movie. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end the episode there, dude. I don't really know how this one turned out. I just started firing. Fuck it. It might not be good. I don't care. But thank you guys for coming by again. Like and subscribe. Know what I mean? Like and subscribe. Fucking honestly, dude, I'm in the new whip, dude. I'm in the new whip. I've been in the new whip. Here's my thing. Hashtag follow me on Twitter. Get one the top. Or get shape the top. Hashtag get shape the top. I need to get some sloppy ass top in the new whip. I still haven't done that. Ladies and gentlemen, people following the show, we're trying to get the boys some slop-ass top in the whip. All right? Tell your friends a boy needs some slop-ass top in the whip. I think I'm going to start telling people that when they hop in the whip. Be like, hey, bruh, if you ain't slopping, you walking. When you hop in the whip, hey, if you ain't slopping, you walking. I probably can't. That's how you get me too'd. Until you get Crystalia'd. You tell people fucking, hey bro, I'm not driving you anywhere unless you top me up right now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. If you ain't slopping, you walking. You feel me? If you ain't slopping, you walking. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just joshing. But all right, guys, thanks for coming by. That was a fucking fun episode, wasn't it? That was fun, huh? Well, until next time, this is your boy Jay Shape. Come on back again. And make sure to take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. Have a great